everybody's doing well. What is today? The 10th of September already. This is the explanation for the most recent message from September 3rd. Sorry it's taking so long to get to. I think there was some interesting information revealed in this one, I believe. It's always interesting information. Spectacular. Well, the first part talks about heaven, or the process of getting to heaven. Spectacular vistas of deepest hue, H-U-E. Those other countries' languages is color. Spectacular vistas of deepest hue, sprawling out endlessly to view. Imagine seeing this. Nevermore corrupted gaze, having passed through misty haze. So you pass through that in between, so nevermore is your view corrupted. Corporeal, spiritual, in nature, for eternity. Returned again to holy paternity, to the Lord. So forever in spirit. Increasing in knowledge, no longer restricted. So again, you're still learning while you're in heaven. So you're increasing in knowledge, no longer restricted by darkness interfering, and the world interfering, internal things interfering. So you're just getting there, you have a leap forward. Maybe even a quantum leap forward in the amount of understanding and knowledge you have. Increasing in knowledge, no longer restricted, free of all darkness inflicted. Again, what I just stated. Do you believe in the sanctity of grace? Do you believe in the holiness of grace and the godliness of grace? Do you believe in it? Or you trust only in the human race? Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, give unto God what is God's. In other words, he's asking, do you believe in it? All your being. You trust only in the human race and what they're telling you, what you're seeing with your physical eyes and hearing with your physical ears. Which what are you going to do? By the time of man's beginning, souls of other places we were winning. So again, it's alluding to other worlds. I know that's out there for some people, but hey, don't be egocentric or egotistical or vain to think that we're the only ones in God's creation. That's the same as the flat earthers thinking that everything revolves around us. Well, clearly that was wrong. And to learn and grow in God's light, knowledge, you have to open up your mind and be willing to learn. Not think that everything that you know and the way you see things and know things is how it is, necessarily. They're telling us they were already saving, by the time of man's creation in this world, they were saving the souls of other places that they were winning, whoever the speaker is. Trust not only in what you are seeing, what I just said. Destruction came not only to earth. I skipped a line. Souls of other places we were winning by the time of man's beginning. Touching hearts of many a being, trust not only in what you are seeing. Destruction came not only to earth, many places before its birth. So even before the birth of the earth, many places were being saved, recreated, and redone, like we're going to do the earth. These other places, sought to play God alone, just like mankind's done, and continues to try to do. Sought to play God alone, none of which he could condone. Some came here. They're telling us, wow, believe that or not, but that's a big revelation right there. Some came here in futile search, went their own way, self-made church, or called it church. So some of these early beings, telling us, created early church, or some early churches. I don't know if it's the church now, Christian church or not, or other churches older than that. So they came in and created their own self-made churches. They call it church. That's a big revelation again. They were desirous of their own power, hence evil began then to flower, consuming hearts, then minds, feeding the masses with all that blinds. They're still doing it, more so. Incorporated into their schemes, nothing, feeding the masses with all that blinds, incorporated it into their schemes. Nothing is at all as it seems. Very important to remember that. Putrid, foul, disgusting demons from long before man have tried to disrupt God's plan. Foolish beings who fell from grace, cast into darkness far from God's face. Now, these are the 7 and those who went with them. You each hear me calling, yet few listen. So this is sent from Jesus. Somebody else reading it. It's telling us that you each hear him calling, but you're not listening. Few listen. It's the way it's always been. Less and less your spirits glisten because you're not listening. Twisted masses of flesh and bone, amassing friends oh so alone. And we see this on Facebook. And some of the other things out there in the world is, oh, it's so important to amass friends, but they feel so alone because they just don't get it. They think that all these people around you makes you happy. All this stuff around you makes you happy. Twisted masses of flesh and bone, amassing friends, but oh so alone. Tormented souls crying out in silence, unable to let go, held in suspense. Forgiveness, a thing my Father gave, sent me there to help to save. So forgiveness, a free thing the Father gave, which all things from him are free, sent Jesus here to help to save. By showing the way, slate wiped clean, descended through his holy queen, or through the Holy Mother. Mother of God, O heavenly flower, conceived of child by almighty power, doubters scourged my flesh. Now this is important what he says here. Doubters scourged my flesh. Had no idea it did not mesh. For soul of mine felt no pain, try they did but could not gain power over what was not theirs, as they stood with empty stares. Whips of metal tore me asunder. All I heard was distant thunder. Drowning out all the pain, tears of heaven fell like rain. So all of heaven cried, but all the time he was suffering, on the outside people saw him as suffering, but he felt no pain. Telling us right here, all that suffering he endured, he felt no pain. The soul of mine felt no pain. He had no idea that his spirit and his soul separated. He did not feel the actual pain as we would have felt it. That's why he's able to endure all that. So that's very interesting information. He did not feel it. And it makes sense, you think about it. He'd be protected. So the body suffered, but his soul did not. Mother, mother, cry not your tears. Father and I wash away all fears. It is true. Destroyer, the devil, comes on his darkened horse, gathered with him demonic force, coupled with those they claim here in physical form that they control. So he's here, growing in force. Now this is speaking about me. Tim has heard some speak their name, the ones I've called out that I've seen in other people. Power given by my touch. That's when he touched me almost 2 years ago, over a year and a half ago. He said, I touch you with my grace to prepare you for what's to come. So that's part of it. He's enhanced my gifts and so forth. So Tim has heard some speak their name, it's demons, power given by my touch, upon thy heart so ever much. And he lifted me off the bed. They must answer your command, all around you, fully man. So I have plenty of protection around me. Brothers, sisters, children, wives, and that's who's around me, and angels, knew them all in other lives. Now the time to set upon thee, return to those you've loved again free. So again, he's telling my time is almost at an end. No more to walk the life as men, so I will no longer ever be in physical form, faithfully having put all to pen. By word of mouth, then to stone. That's how I first started sharing the word, my journey. By word of mouth, then to stone. Papyrus, paper, all I've shown. All he's shown me, I put it down somehow, I shared it somehow. Thy heart a conduit, as was intended, and that's for everybody. Flowed more clearly once was mended. Once you're healed, again, get those walls of Jericho out of the way, those dams that block the flow.
I'm not blaming on the water.